we divided our page into 4 spaces, and in the first space, we're just going to make our hand flat. So, to start out with, you're going to make a big capital U in that first space. That is going to be, and I'm looking at my hand as I do this, that is going to be the thumb to the pinky. So notice one side of my U is a little taller. Then I'm going to make 3 lines in the middle because we have 3 fingers. The one in the middle is very tall, 2 shorter beside. Then what happens is my pencil is going to take a roller coaster ride. So it's going to start down at the bottom and go over the thumb and the first finger and the second and so on. Oh, can we see any fingernails on this hand? No. So instead of drawing the fingernails for extra details, actually maybe on my thumb. If I hold my hand here, can you kind of see it a little bit? So I might add just a little bit of a thumb here. And then maybe some lines. But it's kind of hard to see with those bones in there. So what I'm going to do is make a little note. If I was looking on the other side, this is what my fingernail would look like, just a capital U. All right, thumb. If I'm making a thumb, the fingernail kind of goes to the side. So in our sketchbooks, we might add additional notes. This is how we learn. This is how you're creating your ideas for next time. So go ahead and with the hand that you're not drawing with, take a look at the number 2 or the peace sign. Excellent. We're going to start by just making these 2 fingers. So I'm going to go nice and simple, not making bones this time, just going up and up. Then when I look at this hand, I notice that this thumb comes over these 2 fingers. So what I'm going to do is draw an oval. Keep it nice and simple. Just an oval. And then 2 ovals that kind of hide underneath that first oval. Now, these guys are floating, so I'm going to bring this line down. And then I'm going to add the bottom half of my hand right down here. So again, that kind of looks like just a letter U to me. I might add my wrist coming down and the extra details. So in this case, I can see the thumb and I can kind of see my nails over here, but not the whole thing. And I put a couple of extra lines. This is a symbol for peace. It's a circle, has a line down, and then a triangle. Okay, I have 2 fingers here that I'm going to start out with, and we're going to simplify it like we did this thumb. So we're starting out with just 2 ovals. Then when I look at these fingers, I have one that's taller and one that's shorter. So on this side, I'm going to make a tall finger going up or a big hill. This side is just going to be a short hill. On this tall side, that's where my thumb comes out. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my thumb coming out like so. off from my pinky, I'll bring the rest of my hand down, just with a line. And then down here is my wrist. Now it's time for the extra details. I can see my fingernails, my thumb. I see a couple of lines. And sometimes I like to add this line right here. Everybody has this line because this is a big, strong muscle in our hand. So it creates this curve right there. Do you know that this part, if I go like that, that's the letter I. This part is the letter L. And this part right here is the letter U. I love you. For the A-OK, I'm going to have my hand sitting here, and I start out with that circle, this part right here. Then I'm going to bring this up and around, and then bring this down and around. Now I've just made this finger curving around and the thumb. Maybe to help out, I can draw a couple of details like the fingernails. And then I'm going to draw these 3 fingers. This one's definitely tallest, medium, and small. And I noticed that they kind of curve. Does your hand do that? Take a look.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and draw my hand the way that I see it. So large, medium, small. I'll bring these down. And I do see the side of my fingernails on this in this case, so I'm just going to draw those as well. Now, think about this. When we go ahead and we are working on our final, you might actually write the word OK on there. If you wanted to make that into block letters, you would add a little circle inside that circle. The K, you just bring into a block, and a block. If you wanted to, I can't because I'm using a Sharpie, but if you wanted to erase that, it becomes a block letter. Another right way to write OK is O-K-A-Y. Okay.